guys, and welcome to my channel. This is for my masculine energy. I've been doing a dating series here on my channel because you know what? We don't stay heartbroken forever, do we? Not if we're doing it right and we're following the correct path to healing, guys. So this is for my male survivors, my male viewers, my male subscribers, my masculine energy subscribers, all right? I have composed my part 1 for you guys. I'm already up to part 3 with the feminine energy, the women survivors, women subscribers. But I told you I was going to leave you guys out. So here's my list, guys. Please take heed. At least just hear me out, okay? Just hear me out. All right, so I got quite a few things here. I have a list here about, whoop, I have so much lighting in here. Can you see it? But yeah, 14 things we're gonna go over, guys. All right, so bear with me. You know, I'm not going to over talk here, so get to the point. Here we go. All right, so the first thing I have here on my list, once you feel like you are ready to be dating again, let's consider all these things. Number 1, have you done the work? Have you done the work? You know, have you actually healed from, you know, that narcissistic female or those toxic relationships, or, you know, the ones that didn't work out? Have you actually healed? Have you let go of any bitterness, if you had any? All right, or are you just trying to rebound into another relationship, aka find a distraction from your healing, from your hurt, from your lessons? All right, which one are you doing, guys? That's what you need to be considering before you hop back out there, because let me tell you, the danger of rebounding or seeking out that distraction, guys, is that you end up repeating the cycle because you're still on that same energy. You haven't taken time to self-reflect, you know, to make sure that you reevaluate it. You know, what went wrong in this situation? What do I need to take with me moving forward? How can I be better at, you know, screening people or figuring this out, seeing the red flags, blase, blase. You don't want to keep repeating cycles, all right? And that's what happens when you're rebounding, because you haven't taken a moment to figure that out, all right? So first and foremost, guys, let's do the work, all right? And I have to really stress this with the masculine energy, because masculine energy does have emotions, but you may feel more inclined or to be out of touch with them, or it may be less foreign for masculine energy to be dwelling too much in it. So it may actually feel uncomfortable, you know, to dive into those feelings, because you got them. Everybody has feelings, everybody has emotions, all right? But we need to be able to dissect them. I'm not talking about overkill or anything like that, but let's get into it, guys, all right? If you're having a hard time with that, I do offer one-on-one coaching. I do voice calls, I do FaceTimes, I do Skype, WhatsApp, you know, all of that good stuff. I even do email coaching, all right? So get a package with me, or start out with the 1 hour. Let me know your situation, where you feel stuck in the healing process, or, you know, if you're having confusion about even understanding what you're feeling and all of that, all right? I can help you sort that out, all right? You can go to LakiaCrawford.com for that. Now, moving forward, after we have done the work, we're going to check our toxic thoughts as well. Okay, after you think you've done the work, I want you to continue by just considering if you've checked your toxic thoughts, because all women aren't the same, all right? I know a lot of times when a guy has been drugged through the mud, a good man has been drugged through the mud by some vicious narcissistic woman, or, you know, whatever, just a low caliber woman, it's very easy to start grouping them all together. They're all the same. But all men aren't the same, just as all women aren't the same, guys. And these are the kind of toxic thoughts that end up self-sabotaging you. Because if you think all women are the same, or they're all like that toxic person, does that really give you any hope of finding what you really want? Have you already set limitations on yourself before you even embarked on it again? Have you already placed yourself in a category of not getting what you want? Okay? Through the negativity. So we really want to check are toxic thoughts. Because when you have thoughts like that, you're building a wall, and sometimes we need walls, but we have to understand certain kind of walls keep everybody out. Because we want to keep the bad ones out, but certain kind of walls just keep everybody out. And when we're saying we're using words like that, that's keeping everybody out. Okay, so unless you're trying to switch teams, masculine energy, you might not want to be saying all women are the same, because they're not all the same. Okay, everyone's at different levels of being involved and enlightened and all that good stuff. And just because the ones in the past have not appreciated, just because they weren't the ones, doesn't mean the ones coming will be the same way or do the same things. All right, so let's get that out of our minds. Number 3, fellas, in masculine energies. All right, let's talk about dating expectations. All right, and this kind of like connects to my number 2 here with the checking of the toxic thoughts. But we want you to stay, or I want you to stay positive and optimistic while still embracing what dating actually is. Because dating is, let me give you an example, it's like test driving a car. You made an appointment, like setting a date, to go test drive a car. Now, you can go test drive this car, and by the end of it, like, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But are you like kicking yourself in the behind it? No, because there's like millions of other cars different kinds of cars that you can try out, right? So the same thing here. You can go about this and be positive and optimistic, but if you find out, what, I think, this person doesn't quite meet my standards, it's not quite what I wanted, it's not quite the connection I was looking for. There's billions of other feminine energy here on the earth, okay? So we don't have to, have these expectations. It's not your wife yet. You know what I'm saying? People can get devastated by being betrayed by their wife, but okay, yeah, they committed themselves to that person for a lifetime. We're not just testing it out. We're not just seeing. We're not just examining and assessing it right now. They're all in at that point. Okay, yeah, that person's going to be devastated. What are you devastated over? A date. Or you're just dating. It's not even exclusive yet, or it's barely been exclusive. It hasn't been, you guys are still filling it out here, all right? So, let's definitely check our dating expectations, because just because you're looking for a wife doesn't mean you found her just yet. You're examining it to see. And as soon as you find out, you know what, this person is not who I thought, you know what, this isn't going to be wifey, all right. It is what it is. It's okay. There's billions of other options. Stop operating out of lack and operate out of abundance. Get out of that negative mind frame. Okay? If anything, be thankful and happy that you are seeing the red flags and you're cutting it short and you're not wasting your time. All right? Look at the plus instead of making that negative a negative, and it's not. All right? An ending is not all bad. So let's go to number 4, fellas. Stay true to yourself, okay? Because I got a comment under one of my books, and under one of my videos that I posted up for the feminine energy, and the guy was like, I've wasted thousands of dollars on 5-star restaurants for a female that didn't even appreciate it. I'm not doing it again. Obviously, you're a very classy person that likes the finer things in life, and you will choose to turn that woman on to it, right? What's wrong with that? I had to explain to him, that's like punishing everybody else moving forward for things that other people did in the past that they had nothing to even do with it. And it's changing your essence. And at that time, you've given your power to all those people in the past. So now they're changing you and taking you from being a classy guy who likes to wine and dine. There's nothing wrong with that. The right woman will appreciate that. But you're going to cheat her of that by converting yourself to those negative experiences and letting that mold you into something lesser. Because first impressions, guys, really do matter. First impressions really do matter. So if you like to open doors, continue to open them. If you dealt with women that were too much in their masculine energy and they did not appreciate that, that doesn't mean, okay, I guess women don't like doors being open anymore. Keep being yourself, okay? Keep being a gentleman, because one day it will be for your wife. And are you going to chase her off? Are you going to have a missed opportunity because you converted over into you let your negative experiences change you? So let's really stay true to ourselves, fellas, all right? And don't let those past experiences, alter you. All right, number 5. Oh my gosh, I crammed so many notes on here. Let me go back to number 4. Also, this is a little input here for the 5-star restaurant. The way you're treating your date is the way you're also treating yourself. So if you want to go take her to some little cheap, flimsy place, guess what? You're taking yourself there too. So, it's not only just a reflection of how you want to treat that young lady or that woman, the feminine energy, but it's also a reflection of your own self. So I want you to see that, all right? It's not just about what you're giving her. It's setting an ambiance, and if you want things to go a certain way, give yourself all the opportunities to do that. Set the ambiance, be somewhere nice and classy, and that's really great. That's really great. It's only increasing your odds of creating the experience that you want, all right, instead of limiting it by shutting it down, being negative, going somewhere bland and corny and cheap, and just, And then, I'm going to intercept this as well. There's happy mediums, guys. There's ways around it. If you want to just fill it out, here's my suggestion. Do some lunch dates. If you can get her on a lunch date or something earlier in the day, and you guys can still meet at this classy place with a nice ambiance. And, or if you want to meet at a really nice place for a drink, you can. You can, but just make it a really nice, beautiful place. And then by the time you guys have had that drink, if you're feeling it, maybe you could say something like, you know what? I'm actually kind of hungry now. You want to just get a bite? Like, let's just have dinner. Shoot, I want this date to continue. I want to spend some more time with you. And she's going to be flattered by that. All right, so that's a smooth way of doing it. Just have the drink somewhere really nice. Because these 5-star restaurants and these nice places with the ambiance, it's not going to feel like she's just going to some bar on a corner somewhere. Even getting a drink at a place like that is really nice, And then you can convert it on over. All right, so there's a little tip, a little happy medium. All right, so the next thing is make sure that you've gotten your confidence, that you've gotten your mojo, fellas, all right? Because women and feminine energy is attracted to confidence. Didn't you know that? So that means you have to, number one, go back to doing that work and make sure you've gotten over the past, And by doing the work, you're making sure that only you're determining your self-worth and your self-esteem. You have that shield that no woman or person on this earth can penetrate, because only you have the authority to define and dictate that aspect of yourself, okay? So make sure that you have your confidence, and that confidence, of course, should not be based off of how quickly you can rebound or how much attention you can get from anything external like other women, but how you actually feel about yourself. And that should not, of course, be based off of how other people have been treating you, okay? Because if it's a poor caliber or a tacky, tasteless, or narcissistic person, how else can they treat you but poorly? And even when they were love bombing you, that was fake and phony. So what else can they be capable of doing? And why on earth should that be a reflection of you? It shouldn't, guys. So let's make sure that you have that adequate self-confidence, because then you're really in your masculinity. You'll be able to be that take charge guy, and that women can smell you either way, right? If you have that confidence or if you don't, okay? And then being in your confidence is going to attract the appropriate energy to you. See, when you're not in your self-confidence, those abusive women can sniff that out, and then guess what? You're going to be vibrating with them. So that's another reason why you want to definitely make sure that you are checking out your confidence, fellas, all right? The next thing I have on my list, number 6, don't do all the talking. All right, and I tell this to the women as well. So I'm like, if both of them listen to my channel, it's like, it's gonna be like crickets at the table. But let me explain myself. How can you truly get to know someone if you're doing all the talking? Okay, the goal of dating is to actually get to know the woman, right? For the ones out here who are legitimately looking for relationships and not just trying to smash and dash and be a playboy, okay? So, you know, let her do the talking as well. Don't you just dominate the whole conversation, all right? What you want to be looking for is a conversation, and that's a flow between at least, what, 2 people. All right, but number 7, lay off of the ex talk. Don't try to find out if she's toxic by, well, asking her all these questions about her ex and all that other stuff, and intrusive questions, which I hope none of my masculine listeners are doing, like, how many people have you slept with? When's the last time you have sex? Women really get creeped out by that. If you're doing that, trust me, that's why they're running. Like, are you kidding me? That's none of your business. It's none of my business. It's none of your business. If you're not having sex with that person, what are you diving into their sex history? Well, one day I want to have sex with them. Okay, but it's not on the table right now. And even when you get to that part, there's ways around that. You can say, you know, I prefer, you know, if both of us get tested first. We don't have to know her whole background. Just need to know that they're clean. And if you have a stipulate, like, you know, we need to be monogamous and all that other stuff. But asking all these specific questions, come on, we're all grown here. All right? And that just screams perv. Like, women get creeped out by that. And if they don't, you get creeped out by that. All right? So number 8, guys, don't move too fast. All right? Don't move too fast. Of course, we know that narcissists like to go 0 to 100. Everything's on your time, you know. Don't do anything that you're not comfortable with. But even if you're comfortable with rushing into sex and rushing into these things, I'm telling you to be careful about that, okay? But don't move too fast. Take your time. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with taking your time? What's wrong with letting things marinate? Nothing. You know, so let's take our time and get a different result, do things different. We know typically in that narcissistic relationship, we went 0 to 100, didn't we? So let's flip the script a little bit. Let's try another technique and slow our roll. And then, you know, but we know once other things get involved and we start getting excited, and then it has another mind of its own. But let's evolve masculine energy. Let's evolve. You're bigger than your hormones. You're bigger than sex. You know, let's evolve. All right, let's evolve. All right. So number 9 here, I have look your best. This is all a part of creating the experience. I mean, you want someone that look like something, right? I know masculine energy tends to be very visual, which is why I'm doing you guys' video forward face. You know, I did audios for the feminine energy, but I'm doing forward face to the guys. I'm trying to draw you in, keep you looking here, okay? So look your best, guys, because first impressions matter. Get your hair cut. I mean, things that I shouldn't even have to say to an adult. But yeah, wash your behind, put on deodorant, get you some nice smelling cologne, make sure your nails are clean. I know personally, I don't even like guys with long nails. Like, why? That's feminine to me. And, you know, no offense to each his own, but, you know, most women will probably agree with me with that, okay? Wear something, you know, clean and nice. Look, you know, women put so much, or feminine energy puts so much into the date. You know, literally could be spending hundreds of dollars just walking out the door on nails, on hair, on makeup, clothes. They might get a new outfit, all this stuff. Look, step your game up too. Step your game up too. All right. So the next thing that I have here on my list here, number 11, meet in a public place. You know, that's only for your protection. We live in a day and age now where guys are, you know, our masculine energy can be easily targeted and accused of things. So just to protect yourself, and, you know, just because the relationship ain't even there yet, like, Stop taking those easy. See, that's the thing. Just because it seems to be easy does not make it easy, okay? She invites you over there and be setting you up the whole time, all right? And you should feel leery of a woman who would just invite you right into her home right away. It doesn't even require you to take her out on a date, anything like that. For your own safety and protection, because this broad could be crazy. Okay? Like, you just never know. You just never know. Just for your own protection, meet in public, fellas, all right? Meet in public. Take your time. Don't move too fast, like I said. Number 12, have fun. Have fun, all right? Yes, it's serious because you're giving your time and energy to that person, but it's about having fun as well. So lighten up. Lighten up. All right? Have some fun. The next thing on my list here is get creative. You know, everything doesn't have to be 5-star restaurant, like sitting and eating. Like, create memories and do activities together. Find something cool to do. Like, you know, something cool, like find out what's going on, you know. There's always something cool going on that you can do. And it's fun. So get creative. And you can have activity type things. It's really fun, all right? What do I have here? Number 14, relax. 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 You know, that's all a part of having that confidence. But relax. Smile. Laugh. It's not that deep. You know, you love yourself, regardless to what that other person thinks. You scope someone out. You're going to go take them out on a date, right? And you're just giving things a try. I mean, if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's okay. You gave it a try. Either it's going to work or it's not. Relax, though. And, you know, have faith in the universe that if it's meant, it's meant, and if it's not, it's not. But you're putting your best foot forward. So if it doesn't work out, you know that you gave it your best shot. There's no wondering about it. There's no why. It just is. You know, that's okay. There's billions of other feminine energy that you can connect with. All right. So that's the other thing about, you know, starting it out high and keeping the bar high. Like, you know, I'm classy. You know, I want to go to the best restaurant. I want to be around the best. I want to date the best. I want, you know, that all goes with that whole theme. And when you're putting your best foot forward like that, it's nothing to question if it doesn't work out, right? And there's nothing to question if it does. Like, I gave it my best, of course, you know. When it's your time, it's going to be your time, fellas, all right? Now, there was one in here that I have that I think I could hardly read it. What did I say? Oh. All right. I guess I could touch on that. You can get what you give. I mean, you don't get what you give from a toxic person. All right, so that'll be a red flag right there. But in a healthy situation, you get what you give. So when you're being generous and stuff like that, and if it's to the right person, you're going to get it back tenfold, okay? There's a lot of good women out there. I'm telling you that right now. There's a lot of good women. And then, yes, there's some bad ones out there, but the same thing for the men. All right, but there's billions of options. All right, so don't get defeated. And someone asked me this in a coaching session, so I'm going to throw that in at the end here before I just go down the whole list again. But someone asked me, how do I not overdo it? Because this person is so used to being such a giver, you know, because men are, our masculine energy in society is expected to be protectors and providers, right? And they're like, how can I overdo it? Like, how do I know if I'm overdoing it or I'm giving in a wrong way? So let's talk about that for a moment. And my suggestion to that person and my suggestion to the rest of you who may be confused about this, because you wine and dine, you really, you know, you really are that giver. Think about your intentions. You know, really consider your intentions when it comes to that. So if you are doing it just to be accepted, if you are doing it just to prove your worth to someone, if you are doing it just to keep that person around, then you're overdoing it and you're doing it for the wrong reason. You know, you give someone a gift. If you're making a nice gesture to someone, it should be pure in your heart. When it's not pure in your heart, with this, if it's just with this ulterior motive that stems from something negative, that's when you know that you're doing the most and you're overdoing it. Like, shoot, you could want to give somebody a Lamborghini and it makes your heart really happy, and you're not doing it to buy their love. You're just doing it because you want to fucking do it. You got it like that, and you're like, damn, I'm laying that on you. You're not overgiving. That's not overdoing it, because it's with a pure heart and with the right, you know, energy behind it. All right? But if you're trying to, like I said, buy someone's love, buy someone's acceptance and approval, then now you're trying to prove your self-worth. You're trying to let your money speak for you. Money is just a tool. You know, money is a tool. And yes, the masculine energy is most expected to have that tool, because you guys are expected to be providers and protectors, ultimately. All right? That is the energy roles here. So just check your intent. Just check your intent. All right? I was always told as a child, you know, if you're going to give somebody something, give it with a pure heart. That way there's no confusions after the fact. See, that's how women have to give back engagement rings, because that wasn't a gift. That was with an intent for marriage, you know. And then if the marriage is not taking place, you know, that contract or that intent is broken, and then that's how the guy can end up getting the ring back. Totally different from gifts and stuff like that. Okay, they're supposed to be coming from a pure place. All right, so I hope this part 1 video is helping you guys that are thinking about getting back into the dating world. So let's go over this. All right, number 1, I said do the work. Number 2, check your toxic thoughts. Number 3, evaluate your dating expectations. Number 4, stay true to yourself. Number 5, realize you get what you give. Number 6, make sure your confidence is back where it needs to be. Number 7, don't do all the talking. Number 8, lay off the ex talk and inappropriate and invasive talks, all right? Number 9, don't move too fast. Number 10, look your best. Goes without saying, right? Number 11, meet in public. Number 12, have fun, fellas. And number 13, get creative. It doesn't always have to be a dinner. It doesn't always have to be a drink. I'm sure there are activities and fun things, and you'll get so many extra brownie points if you turn her on to something that she never experienced and it happens to be really cool and fun. Okay, a lot of points for that. And number 14, relax. Relax. Smile. See that? See how that? See, what is my smile doing right now? It's just better, isn't it? Smile, laugh. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. It's gonna be all right. And again, if you need help figuring out this whole dating thing, and you know, maybe you're embarking on it and you want some type of accountability while you're going about it to make sure you're not reverting into your toxic ways, or are you trying to figure out this woman? Are you still trying to heal from narcissistic abuse or a toxic relationship? Hey, I'm a general life coach. I help people with all types of things, guys. I'm just sticking to the nature of this video. But if you have any issues in your life, you can book a coaching session with me at LakiaCrawford.com. Of course, that's if you're looking to get better and advance in that, okay? I can help you with that. And I do have some other things going on. You can check out that down in the description, like the free support group that I have for survivors of narcissistic abuse on Facebook. The books that I've written, the No Narc Zone merchandise. And if you're family oriented, if you happen to be a single father, I've started a second channel. That link is down in the description. And you know, what do I say at the end of all of my videos? Hit that like button, of course, if this resonated with you. Make sure you hit the bell and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And keep doing the work. Never give up on yourself. And until next time, please take care.